What's up, you space cyborgs? It's John Crestani, and we're going to be talking about making money on eBay. Now, I've earned over 6 figures on eBay. It was the first way I made money. I was earning over $1,000 a day in college, baby. But eBay's been around for 30 years. Many of y'all might not know about it. It started in '95, and people earn almost $10 billion a year on eBay. Yeah, still to this day, it's that old, 30 years old. And they're earning $10 billion, almost $10 billion on it. I'm going to walk through the two methods that people are earning money on eBay, $1,000. And also I'm going to walk through step by step how you can start earning money on eBay as well. Let's go. Now, eBay's great. I absolutely love it. I've earned over 6 figures on eBay. It was my first introduction to making money online. Actually, and I'll tell about that a little bit later. Gary Vaynerchuk, arguably the biggest, best marketing guru out there, is a huge fan of eBay. And I'm going to walk you through in this video a few ways to actually earn that money. Now, the two methods for earning money with eBay, one is a bit more scalable. It's called eBay dropshipping. And the other one is just the old-fashioned eBay, which is, selling products from your garage or your friends' garages and posting them on eBay. Now, let's first talk about eBay dropshipping. So eBay dropshipping is when you find a supplier of a product, Alibaba, AliExpress, Oberlo, etc., and you list it on eBay, and then you sell it and the drop shipper fulfills it. It's a bit more automated. Now, the trick with eBay dropshipping is all about the product research. Again, similar to the Amazon, if you're selling on Amazon or e-commerce business models, it's all about product selection and what you price your product at. And being able to do that research, one of the tools I recommend is AutoDS, AutoDS.com, to help you with the product research and help you automate the whole flow of, automating the fulfillment, automating, all that stuff, the shipping, etc. Now, what do I mean by product selection? Well, the trick is to find products that really, you can buy, let's say, on AliExpress, or buy from Walmart, or buy from, the store down the street, or the boutique shop for $10 and sell on eBay for, $30, or $20, or just more, whatever is going to help you pocket a profit. And, you can list up to 250 products a month for free on eBay. So you have a lot of attempts to get out there and find that product that's going to scale. Because once you find a product that that you list out 250 different products, and you see which one starts selling, then you just put up more listings of those products, and you can see how high you can scale it. And with 135 million users, that's a lot of users, right? You may not use eBay, like 135 million is a small percentage of the world. It's like, like 1 or 0.2%, but it's still a lot of people, and that's a lot of people that represent a lot of dollars. So people are making, the average eBay dropshipper makes an extra $1,000 a month. Seriously. So as I said, it's a good supplemental income for folks that are looking to get out there and actually start making money. And again, it goes back to this whole adage I always talk about is stop consuming, start producing, right? Stop consuming posts and start putting up product posts. And you'll change your entire life. Now, the second method, the old-fashioned method, is finding products that are in your own garage or your friends' garages or your parents' garages, or products that people aren't using anymore, and just listing them on eBay. I have so much old computer equipment, so much old random stuff that literally I keep in a storage unit that I pay like $300 a month for, and why don't I just list it on eBay? I lost the key to my storage unit, but I'm still paying the price. don't ask me these questions. But the point is that there's a lot of stuff out there that you could sell. There's a lot of friends that have stuff you could sell. And it's a really easy introduction to making money on the internet. You know, the simplest way to do this is when you list your friend's stuff, just say, I'll give you half, I keep half, all right? Deduct the fees, then give them their half, and you keep your half, you know, for doing all the work. And it's a really easy way to start making money. And this was the first way I started making money, was actually, you know, and I recommend high-ticket rare products. I think those are the best. But, you know, I used to take all these, like, you know, expensive educational courses back when they were on DVDs and, you know, and audio tapes. And I would spend a lot of money, or I'd buy them secondhand, actually, on eBay if I could, or I'd trade with friends. And I'd get these, you know, products teaching about motivation or confidence or marketing or sales or, you know, communication, all sorts of things. And some of these programs retailed for thousands of dollars. And I figured I'd list one of them on eBay, something I had paid $500 for. I listed the DVDs on eBay. It sold. And I was like, whoa, cool, okay. I'd never been putting a post before. I'd just been purchasing. And I said, well, $500, you know, like I didn't even pay $500 for the program. I think I only paid like $250. So not only did I never thought I'd see any of that money back. Now, moving onwards, I started listing more products on eBay, and my biggest hit came around when, you know, I found a guy who had basically wholesaling these P90X tapes. And, you know, I had a lot of these workout programs that show in these late night and daytime infomercials. And I had endless quantities of these, hundreds, thousands, you know, if I wanted to sell them. And I'd put a post on it on eBay, and it sold instantly. I just underpriced the competition. I think they were selling the used copies for $80. I was selling used copies for $50. I put up another post. Within 15 minutes, another $50. I thought, I put up another post. Within another 15 minutes, another $50. And I thought, man, this was blowing my mind. And with that, I got up to $1,000 a day on eBay, which was kind of crazy. We were selling so many quantities that we actually, you know, the eBay, or they suspected us of some suspicious behavior. And they shut down my account, they shut down my PayPal, and, you know, it really freaked me out. You know, I didn't go back on eBay. But the point is, I made 6 figures from eBay before I was even 20. And it changed my entire life and how I viewed making money online and online businesses and stuff like that. And it truly gave me that bug to say, holy crap, I'm making way more than my $8.75 an hour job at the movie theater. And I went full time into becoming an internet entrepreneur. And eBay still works to this day. In my case, I was making high margins and scaled. You know, it's hard to find those situations. You just got to keep posting. Now, the step-by-step to making money from eBay is, you know, I'd first off recommend a tool like AutoDS. You could also go on Amazon's trending products list or Amazon's best-selling products list to help you with product research. And what you can do is you can find, you look at products, and then you go to eBay and you look up those same products and you see what they're selling for. You can even do this at your Walmart or stores that are selling products at a huge discount. Right? You look at that product and you go to Walmart, you see what products are selling for the cheapest, you see if that's on eBay. And you see what price you're selling for. You see what sort of margin you can make. You might say, well, if somebody could get it cheaper at Walmart, why won't they just go to Walmart? Well, you know, if a lot of the products you buy on Amazon, you could probably get cheaper some other place. It's just preference. You know, people prefer to shop how they prefer to shop. You're making money on the arbitrage. It's like, why does one person pay this much money for a stock and another person pays that much? It's just, you know, it's how it goes. It's arbitrage. And that's what we're doing when we're selling products online. We're arbitraging. The product sells for this amount of money here and it sells for this here. Also, the other trick with eBay is making sure, first off, your price is, priced to sell, a bit lower than the competition. And, put up a lot of images. The more images and the better the images are, the more likely your product is to sell. Okay, you got an iPhone, great. I mean, you're perfect. But take images of the product if you're doing it. Upload all the images you can to eBay to help it sell. Write about the product, perfect condition, like new, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all of this, and you have 250 free chances every month to get products up there that will sell. Now, obviously, it's easy if you have low volume products you're getting from your parents' or grandparents' garage, because those aren't even, you can't even buy those anymore, and people will bid on them and they'll buy them and you will make money. But instead of me talking about it, let's check out some people making real money with eBay. Now, here's a video from a person selling what's called an infinity cube. Now, they're selling them for like $3, right? Not very much. But the thing is, they're buying them from Alibaba for 90 cents. So they're doing a 300% markup and they're just pocketing the difference, and they've sold like over 100 of them. Check this out.
How I dropshipped 100 products from Alibaba to eBay in 2 minutes using my iPhone today. Part 1. As you can see, I've made a few sales, but we are now focusing on the Infinity Cube. I sold 100 Infinity Cubes for £270. I'm not going to lie, this one made me feel real excited. Now let's look at how much I'm buying it for with shipping fees. I'm buying each one for 90 cents plus $50 shipping. But shipping fees can be negotiated. I'll show you that in one moment. Just make sure when using Alibaba your seller has trade assurance. So if anything goes wrong, you are protected. I now start the order process and add the shipping address, which would be my customers from eBay. After submitting your order, depending on your time zone, you may have to wait till the morning for your order to take payment. Just want to say I started posting properly last week, and the reactions from you guys have been overwhelming. Thank you for supporting your boy. Keep liking and sharing. It's Mr. Quick Flips.
Now, here's a person following Gary Vaynerchuk's method. I don't know if you guys follow Gary V, but he has this little series called Trash Talk with Gary V, and he just likes making money. He likes negotiating. He likes finding products and selling them on eBay. Seriously. And what he does in his free time, and this video series documents him doing it, is he just walks around New Jersey, looking for products that, and negotiating with people and saying, okay, I'll buy this, like this old, gun case, I'll give you $5 for it. And, he negotiates with the people, and he tries to find things that he can sell for a huge markup on eBay. Like this guy, Taz, who I'm assuming follows Gary V. He went to one of these garage sales. He bought this doll for 50 cents. And he sold it on eBay for $15, right? That's a 3,000% markup. But check it out.
It's garage sale day. Let's go. Love seeing a pile of plushes, and this one caught my eye. I got this Taz for 50 cents, and it should go for at least $15 plus shipping. Also got this flower print Linux, which is a good brand, travel mug for 50 cents.
So in summary, eBay is a good way to supplement your income and start making easy money, baby. Let's go. If you enjoyed this video, let me know in the chat, if you're going to look into putting some products on eBay or not, or, if you have any value to add, maybe I said something wrong, correct me, let me know, whatever I was wrong and what's a better way of doing it. Or if I said something that you have more sauce that you can share or add on to, share it in the comments. We're building a community of space cyborgs here, so let's go. Let's all get together. Let's make a ton of money together. Get financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom. Let's become limitless. Let's do this. Oh, and also subscribe, like, and comment. See you guys next video. Peace.